on the subject of love, I know that, God's love is something that, is dominant, a really big theme in the Bible. And there are other passages in the Bible that demonstrates to us, God's love without necessarily mentioning um, uh, or having the word love. One of those passages in the Bible is Isaiah 49, verse 15. And anytime I come to this very particular text in the Bible, I find it very interesting, and I love it so much because the text, Isaiah 49, verse 15, tells us that, that God is not a man. He loves the way he loves, which does not look like the way man loves, and because the kind of love that we do have for one another, in a way have limits, all right? But God's love is eternal, or everlasting. So Isaiah 49:15 tells us that, can a woman forget her nursing child, that she should have no compassion on the son of her womb? Even this may forget, referring to a woman with the possibility of because of our frailty. We are, sinful and in nature, and are still struggling with sin, even as Christians today. And that's why Isaiah would say, even if these may forget, yet God, now speaking, says, I will not forget you. So the sentence, I will not forget you, is an expression of love. It is an expression of love. Okay? So a woman forget her child, it's an idea of saying, hey, this is humanity. This is the struggle of humanity, right? And so Isaiah actually uses that as a metaphor. So both masculine and feminine metaphors are, kind of used to describe God and his relationship with his own people. So here he is described as both mother, in the Bible, especially Isaiah 66, verse 13. And God is also referred to as father in Isaiah 63, verse 16. And sometimes God is referred to as husband to Israel in Isaiah 54, verse 6. But, this is used in such a way to kind of, describes to describe the love of God. I will not forget you simply illustrates God's love. While it is rare and unlikely for human parents to abandon their newborns or their children, their infants, it is still possible because of what I said already. We are human. We are not God. And it is not possible for God to forget or fail to fully love his children. This is basically what Isaiah is trying to help us understand, the picture he is giving. That human love is limited. God's love is eternal, is everlasting. There's this sense of the steadfastness of God's love. The steadfast love of God, like scripture will say, never ceases. Okay, so I mean, you might be out there experiencing different challenges in this life because of the impact of sin and the result of it, which it's revealed in human actions that reveal to us evil and wickedness and the fallenness of humanity. And but one thing you want to know is that in whatever condition that you find yourself, God would not forget you. He loves you. He loves you so much with an everlasting love. And he wants us to live and portray his own character. And that's why, in First Peter chapter 4, verse 8, Peter tells us that above all, keep loving one another earnestly. He says, since love covers a multitude of sins. So you see here, love is actually the solution to the problem of sin. And that love ultimately was demonstrated by God himself. And he sent his son, Jesus Christ, to come and reveal to us what it means to love. And through Christ, we can be able to love and love with a genuine love. And so, wrapping up on this subject of love, I want you to continue living your life, remembering that God will never forget you. He loves you. And also remembering that you need to keep loving one another earnestly. God bless you until I come your way again. Thank you.